Hello there, Libra. Welcome to my channel. Victoria here at Radiant Moon Tarot. This is your October 2023 money and career reading. If you're new to my channel, hello and welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. I'm always grateful for every single one of you. Hold on to your hats here, folks, for October. We, of course, do have eclipse season coming up, and you guys, Libra, have a new moon eclipse, a solar eclipse, if you will, on October 14th or 15th. So you will really be feeling this energy with this. Now, a solar eclipse can certainly bring in some new energy, new opportunities, open the doors for manifestation, to make some changes, and to really start something fresh or have a new outlook or perspective, especially in regards to your money. So some of you are looking to switch up your career a little bit. Some of you are maybe looking for some new roles or some new challenges. Doors of opportunity for investments to make more money may open up, and maybe you do have a little bit of a different outlook, a different perspective on your finances at this time. So eclipses can be really fortunate for a lot of people, and they do bring in fated events as well. So certain things that are meant to happen or that you're meant to resolve come up at this time. Now, this particular eclipse in your sign actually can bring some luck and love. So if you are have a romantic relationship or anything like that, this can be where your finances can benefit from that in some way. So you might have a significant other that actually has some success in their workplace, in their financial situation, and this could impact you. You might be at the stage in a relationship where you move in together or something, or get married, and you're joining your finances together. So, and when you're splitting up the bills and responsibilities, it's all of a sudden you got more money. So that can be an awesome energy right there for you as well. And this is a time of finding balance and harmony in your life with this energy. And of course, you don't like it when things are out of alignment. So this can be a very important time for you to take a step back, to pause and reflect what's going well, what's not going well, what is sucking up my energy and sucking up my time. And you could reset those situations to your benefit in that energy. So you might have some power struggles at this time as well. So just be a little bit aware of that in your workplace. All right. And then we've got a full moon eclipse in the sign of Taurus, and this is wrapping up the Taurus eclipse cycles. And so think about back to the Taurus solar eclipse, the new moon back in the spring. What were your intentions? What were you starting? What were you changing in your life? And this is where you may find that things are really coming to fruition for you now, because October is a time of harvest, right? It's where we gather our crops and we gather our abundance. So you could have something really good happening at that time, or you may have a very important ending. When we have eclipse season, though, I would say just be a little bit aware, a little bit cautious about taking too much risk with your money. It's just we've got so much going on astrologically, and eclipses do bring open the doors for opportunity, because it's like shaking apples from a tree. And so we do get things falling into place sometimes, but it can also shake things up and bring some instability. So just be a little bit aware of that when it does come to your money, especially with investments and things like that. Make sure you really do your homework and make sure that you are only taking as much risk with your money as you are willing to lose. It's just the way things go. And we just don't, we want surprises that are good and that bring you money, but we don't want surprises that, ruin investments and things. So just make sure that you are operating within your comfort level there a little bit. Okay, just be a little bit cautious there for you. We have Between Worlds coming in here for you guys. This is a time of transition. Between Worlds shows you're not quite done with the old, with something, and you're stepping forward into something newer, something brighter, but you're really kind of in between at the moment. So some of you are in a time of transition with your money, with your career at this time. You might have some legal situations that you're trying to wrap up. Maybe you're negotiating to buy something at this time. So it's like a little bit of, a little bit of back and forth in this energy. The between worlds energy is actually really positive because it does show that, yes, you are moving forward in a really wonderful direction. And if you look at the card itself, right, what we're leaving behind or where we're headed is a lot brighter than where we've been, right? So all full of color, all this blue, all of this beauty in that energy. So, it's like we've got to quite often leave something behind or transition out of situations in order to make things better. It is card number 3. It does relate back to the Empress card. This brings growth and abundance, fertility, can bring new beginnings for you, or it can bring bring a little bit of creative energy to you. So it can be really very positive in that. So embrace your ability to move forward, to transform, to change in a direction that feels good to you, that feels right for you. But we do have never-ending story coming in here, okay? So something going over and over and over again, those repeating cycles that come up, right? And there's your between worlds. So there's something here that's got to go. Something here that has to change. It's not doing you any good, right? That person sitting on that bench does not look happy, right? Looks quite fed up with the situation there. So when we do get the eclipse energies, they are meant to shake things up a little bit. They're meant to rattle our tree a little bit, and they're meant to kind of really put us back in alignment with our destiny, with our path forward. And in order to embrace the forward, we've got to really be willing to embrace some change. So with this energy, there may be something that comes up that you've dealt with previously. This can be a situation at work. It can be something with just yourself, some thoughts or some feelings about money or about what do I want to do with my life, right? A lot of people are asking those questions at this time. And this can just be that repeating pattern. Maybe it's an argument or something that comes up with a spouse or with a family member. And this is a time here in this eclipse season to put an end to that, to finally find freedom and to break those chains, break that cycle, so that you can move forward, right? So there's kind of something holding you a little bit back from where you really want to be or where you really want to get to. So whether you have an all-important conversation or whether you really hash something out, or maybe this is just you really feeling a little bit more confident and standing up for yourself a little bit and saying, nope, we're not doing this anymore. We're resolving this once and for all. And there you go, right? And you're heading forward in a better direction. It's always good to know what you want and why. So there might be some things in your month ahead with the why energy here where you do need to ask some questions. There's information that is available for you, or there's something that you don't know, and you're going to have to research it a little bit. You might need to seek out some advice. You might even need to pay for some advice in this, whether it's something like a career counselor or whether it's something like a financial advisor, whatever that happens to be in this energy, right, is like there's something I don't know and I need to seek out some expertise. The why energy also really does speak to you asking some big questions. And so there may be some answers that you do get in the month ahead. Why did this happen? What am I here? Why do I do the things that we do? Why do we keep having this argument? Why do I want to buy this thing? And it's really about the power of your intention. When we know why we want something or why we do something, we have a lot more power to embrace it and move forward with it, or to resolve it, right? It's like, why is this important to me? So you might be asking some big questions this month, but you might also be getting those big answers that you need. We've got the Strength card coming out there for you, the Queen of Wands, and we've got the Queen of Swords. So here you go. Right, the Strength card here is that Leo energy. Speaking about your passion and your fire and your goals and your dreams, you might need to really tap into your inner strength in the month ahead, right? So be strong, be bold, be brave, but also be patient. The Strength card brings about an energy of discernment, knowing when to really charge ahead, really stand your ground, and really stand up for yourself, but knowing also when the timing is right, when to have those important conversations, or when we need to be patient. So there's a time for forward action, and there's a time for really taking charge, right? Which the Queen of Wands can give you in this energy. But there's also a time, Queen of Swords, to be a little bit more cautious, or to be a little bit more aware of what the timing is when we're dealing with something. Because, choosing the right moment can really dictate how something is going to go for you, right? If you're going to go and march into your boss's office, you're really strong, you're really confident in your skills and abilities and what you've accomplished, and you're like, yes, you know what, this is what I need. I've been promised this before. I've earned this, right? You're feeling really good. But if you choose a moment when your boss is having one hell of a bad day, right, or you've got major deadlines to meet and things like that, you're not going to be met with as favorable energy as if you waited until, your boss has a smile on his face and, or her face, and, is, saying good morning, and maybe is, lingering at the coffee maker or something for a little bit, right? You're going to have a much more favorable conversation in that. So the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Wands, and that Strength card, we know when to hold them, we know when to fold them, we know when to take charge, we know when to move forward, but we know also when to take a back seat. And that is an incredibly powerful moment for you, and a very important energy to be helping you out and holding you up in that. All right. The Queen of Swords does show that there might be something that you do need to ask about, or you do need to talk about, or you do need to do a little bit of research. This particular Queen of Swords card here, we've got a bookshelf, right? The Queen of Swords is very, very wise, very honest, very truthful, has really great clarity, and we get clarity by being willing to learn new things, or ask the big questions, or do that research. So I do feel that there may be some answers coming to you, and it may require you, with the Queen of Wands right here, to take some action to get what it is that you need. The Queen of Wands the Queen of Swords also shows that there may be somewhere here where you really do need to stand your ground. You do need to speak your truth. You need to get something out in the open. And it's something that you feel really strongly about with the Queen of Wands energy there. You're not going to take something, you're not going to really just sit back and allow life to pass you by in the month ahead. You're going to be making some important decisions, and you're going to feel maybe a little bit more inspired, more confident, more positive about what is going on, or about what decisions that you're making, right? You got clarity in your conviction in this energy, and it can be really quite wonderful. Now, the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Swords can also represent that there's a couple of people in your life, and in the upright, these are really positive influences for you. So you could actually be strengthening a bond or a collaborative effort that you make with people in your workplace, right? You're getting things done. Everyone brings something different to the scene. The Queen of Wands, someone who is very inspiring, very motivated, a lot of energy there, and someone who is extremely creative, and they just have very inventive ways to deal with things or to get work done. The Queen of Swords is somebody that's your intellectual person, right? That's your logical thinker. That's your outside the box thinker in that energy, but also is someone who is not afraid to make those very quick decisions, whether they're easy decisions or difficult decisions there. But maybe this is the Queen of Swords is the person who does like the writing. The Queen of Wands is the person who does like the creative stuff, right? So you could possibly be working with some people, or partnering up with some people that they, all of their skills and abilities really do complement yours, right, in that upright. But they could also be just supportive people around you, cheering you on, bringing you a little bit of strength. We've got the Knight of Pentacles there for you. The Queen of Cups. Look at all the queens, man. Look at all the queens. And the Queen of Pentacles. You've got 4 queens. All right. Now, you know, it's not very often that we do get 4 queens coming out, kind of like 4 kings, right? So the 4 queens all rolled into one is kind of like the Empress energy, as we already spoke about with Between Worlds. Just like the Emperor is all 4 kings rolled into one, the Empress is all 4 queens rolled into one. And the queens are very open and very receptive. And so this can be a really significant time for you to reap what you've sown, to get those rewards, to feel good about where you are, to open those doors to opportunity, and to really bring something to fruition. This is a time where, you know, we do have offers on the table. We do have potential money coming in, or the money that you spend, you feel good about spending it because it's something that you want, something that is good. Now, for some of you here, Queen of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, and the Queen of Cups, you might be very focused on your house and your home. You might be spending some money on your house. You might be buying a new house, okay? Or again, like we said at the beginning of your reading, for some of you, you might be moving in with a significant other, or you're working with a significant other and you're really kind of taking care of business. And of course, the Queen of Cups can bring about some love and romance into your mix as well, right? Some very positive vibes there. And so, yeah, for some of you, a romantic relationship, a little bit of luck and love, remember, okay, can actually really have a very positive impact on your finances, right? The Knight of Pentacles, we're moving forward. The Queen of Pentacles, yeah, everything's coming together. We're blossoming. We're abundant in this energy, and we're very happy. But all those 4 queens, this is all about receiving, being in that receiving mode. A lot of gifts, a lot of resources, a lot of opportunities may come to you. So in this new moon, this is opening so many doors for the future for you. And again, for some of you, you may have something that's really coming to fruition, and things that have taken a while, by the way, to really come to the surface as well. Maybe you've been finding that there's been a lot of turmoil, a lot of ups and downs in your world over the last few months, as we all have, and as we still have yet to come. But, you know, maybe you've been finding like you've been swirly twirly and just kind of going around in circles, right? We have this energy up here. It's like, I don't know what I want. And so this could actually be a decisive month for you, knowing what you want and knowing how you want to move forward. But we do have the Knight of Pentacles, of course, the slowest moving knight in the deck, but he's bringing you something. And the Knight of Pentacles brings you invitations, job offers, money, raises, bonuses, investment opportunities. Can either bring you something new or can bring something to fruition for you. So be open and be ready to receive that. The Queens, very important aspect, right? The Queens always have open hearts, open minds. And sometimes, you know, we find opportunities or those doors open, you know, and at face value, they don't always look like what we think that we're manifesting in. But of course, our manifestations, it's co-creation with the universe, right? So we do our part, we set our intentions, but that's not where it ends. We set those intentions, the universe hears us. Thank you very much. I hear your order. I've got your back, Jack. Okay. And then we're open. We've got to be open. We've got to attach emotions. We've got to really try and focus on the things that we want without being obsessive, right? Not always the easiest thing either. But then we've got to be ready for action. But we do have to keep an open mind and open heart, because quite often those things, they come in with that opportunity, and that opportunity often is a seed of potential. So we've got to have a look at the big picture. We've got to be willing to envision and imagine, okay, where is this really going to take me? What is the potential that this opportunity has for me? Am I looking for something long term? Am I looking for instant gratification, right? Am I looking for something just short term? I don't want to commit myself for long term on something, right? So everyone has like different wants and different needs, but there is something here that is coming coming in. So really quite wonderful in this energy. So receive, 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 nurture your goals, be patient, have that open heart. But I do think there is some very joyous things coming in here for you. And as we've got something coming towards you with the Six of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles, oh yes, very wonderful. We've got the Justice card. So we've got you appearing in your own reading. And we've got the Two of Swords. So some of you may actually have some decisions to make in the month ahead. We've got the High Priestess at the bottom of the deck as well. So let your intuition guide you. This is a time where you're very spiritually active. You're very spiritually connected in this energy. And, you know, with the Two of Swords being right here, I mean, this can sometimes represent something that you can't see or something that you don't see coming, okay? And you need to make a very important decision. The Two of Swords can bring about some indecision into your world, all right? But it also can bring balance, okay? Because we have to have some balance to hold those two swords up, okay? So this can be where you really do say, okay, what is really in alignment for me? What do I need to do to find that balance that I'm looking for in my life, right? The balance between being able to spend some time at home or with myself doing projects with my family, with my friends, whatever. And then also, you know, with making some money, right? Gotta, you know, make some money to live the good life. So some of you are trying to find that balance here, and I feel that you will, because we do have a lot of balanced energy coming in. Twos bring balance and harmony. Six of Pentacles can bring balance. All the four queens, we're very balanced in that. And of course, we've got the Justice card that brings up balance there also. Okay, so maybe it is just in this energy where you really need to go within, because the Two of Swords with a blindfold on, this can represent that, you know, I don't know what I want right now, or I don't know what direction to go in. I don't know what to choose. I've got some options. I've got some decisions to make, and I don't need anyone else's input necessarily. Maybe if I have some questions, I'll ask some questions. If I need some advice, maybe I'll go and seek out that advice. But otherwise, I need to make my own decision, right? So you go within in this energy, and the High Priestess is here saying, don't worry, because whatever decision that you make, right, as long as you are listening to your heart, listening to your intuition, doing what is right for you, you will never make a mistake, and you will never make the wrong choice, because you have all of the wisdom and information, knowledge, skill that you need within you already. Right? And so trust your instincts, trust your gut there, and you will make the right choice for yourself. Now, for some of you, you may need to be open to a little bit of compromise here as well, because the Two of Swords, sometimes we can be looking at something in black and white. Okay, it's like either option A or option B, and quite often there is a hidden option. Right? What if, you know, and I kind of go back to a story that a friend of mine told me, and she was in South Africa, and you know, she was kind of having some relationship issues, and, you know, she had one person who wanted her back, and then she had another one who she just started dating, and she's like, I don't know which way to go. And she was driving along a street, and she came to a crossroads, always the crossroads in life, right? And she one person to go to the one that wanted her back was right, and the one that, you know, was like new beginnings, a new chapter, and potentially something that's unknown, right, was to the left. And she's like, I've got option A or B. And she was, you know, kind of explaining this to me, and she goes, but you know what, Vicky, the thing is I could have just gone straight. I could have just kept going the direction that I was going. I didn't have to choose left or right. I could have just gone on this other path. I don't know where it would have led. I don't know what would have happened in my life. I don't know if I would have had children. I don't know if I would have, you know, moved out of South Africa, right? She you know, she's like, I just don't know. She says, but at that moment in time, I thought I only had two choices when I actually had a hidden option that I didn't see. And, you know, so it was really quite profound in that energy. So you might be making some very important life decisions in the next little while. And don't forget the new moon eclipse in your sign. This sets the stage for the next 6 months. Okay, so it's not just a one and done energy. So, what about the hidden options? Is there a hidden option C in there? What if you just go on the path that you're on right now? And what if you don't need to choose something at this time? What if you just keep on going and see what other doors open up? There's more than one opportunity out there for us, and there's more than one direction that we can go in. So for some of you, this is quite the turning point for you in the month of October. But just remember that hidden gray area when we're making decisions, right? Because something isn't always what it seems, and we don't always see all the information, and we don't always see the future right off the bat there, right? So we've got to kind of have a look. We sometimes have to use our imagination, but really we just need to trust ourselves in that energy. But we do have the Six of Pentacles. So for some of you, we do have something wonderful coming back in for you. The Six of Pentacles is a circulatory energy, and all the good, all the effort, all of the commitment that you've put out there, it all flows back to you now multiplied. So for some of you, yes, this can absolutely say this is a great month for you to go for that promotion, to ask for that raise, to move forward with a relationship that can very much help you there. If you're looking to buy a new house or move to a different location, or again move in with somebody, right? This can be a great month for you to do that, and you might actually find more than one thing that kind of piques your interest there. So again, you might have some decisions to make in that. But the Six of Pentacles can represent advice or information or offers coming towards you. And especially right underneath that Knight of Pentacles, this can be something where, if you're not getting paid what you're worth right now, this can be that thing where, you get an honest day's work for an honest day's pay. You're getting paid what you're worth. All right. And that is in itself a gift, because quite often employers do take advantage of employees. It's like, you should be happy to have a job. And you'd be like, well, you're lucky you have an employee like me. So, so this is where you're not being undermined in any way. And people do recognize, what you bring to the table. So for some of you, this is kind of getting things back on track where you are right now, which can be great. But for others of you, this is like new doors of opportunity opening up. And really part of the message here as well is, know your worth, right? Know what you're worth, and don't undermine yourself, right? Don't sell yourself short in this energy. Sometimes we have to for a short term until we kind of figure things out, or while we look for something, because we all have bills to pay. But never stop the search. If you've got that little bit of a hunger, right? Don't stop your search for something, because you just might find what it is you're looking for. Seek and ye shall find. So just be open, be flexible, and be adaptable, and you just might have some magic coming your way with that. Now, the Six of Pentacles can also be sharing. Sharing is caring, folks. And especially if you've got, like a partnership in your workplace, right? Maybe you've got a group project going on with all these queens. And this is everybody carrying their fair share of responsibility. This is not a one-sided thing. Everyone's playing their role, and they're playing it well. In a personal relationship, if you are, maybe you're reassessing and evaluating your family finances right now, and, either you or maybe someone in your family could be making a little bit more money, and this is where you're kind of shuffling things around a little bit so that they are balanced and fair. Now, that looks a little bit different for all of us, right? Is it, by percentage of salary and what bills you pay, or is it just someone's going to pay this and someone's going to pay this, right? So you're balancing those things out and getting those things sorted out. But some of you could very much have a resolution to some legal issues, something that wraps up for you. The Justice card does bring in legalities, and in the upright here, this is a decision in your favor, something wrapping up in your favor, things getting resolved in a positive way for you. You might need to make a decision. Is this what I'm looking for? Am I ready to wrap this up? Is this fair, right? Because the Justice card brings in that fairness. And that's a really good thing, right? So if you do have any kind of legal things going on or anything like that, this can be where they do get resolved. The Justice card brings you in balance, fairness, equality. The Justice card, of course, speaks to your confidence, your power, your strength. It's your card, right? But this does also bring the ability to make the right decision for you. You're weighing up your options. You're looking at things equally, and it's an impartial judgment, right? And when we're in that energy, we see the potential of things. We see someone else's, perspective, right? And this really does allow us to make the best decision overall. So this is a great energy for doing that. There might be some contracts that do come up here for you in the month of October. This can be purchases, right? This can be job offers. This can be, of course, something in the justice system for you. But this can also be paperwork. Of all kinds. And so it's always a really good idea whenever you are signing any kind of legal documentation, whether it's an application for something, whether it's loan documents, a job offer, whatever it happens to be, always very important there to ask questions if you need to, get a second opinion if you need to, always get some legal advice if there's things there you don't know or don't understand. Lawyers are really good at writing things in a way that it's like makes your head spin sometimes. And it's always a good idea to double check the fine print, pay attention to the details. Okay, the Knight of Pentacles, incredibly good at paying attention to all those details. That's why the Knight of Pentacles takes so freaking long to get to the destination, right? But everything's right, everything's correct, and there's no details that are missed. Okay, so just make sure that you do pay attention to details of whatever it is that you're doing in the month ahead, especially any kind of legal documents where you need to sign your name, where you are bound and obligated to those. Okay, the Justice card brings you in some really good karma. So I think here that you're really feeling a true sense of self. You're focused on your wants, your needs, your goals, your desires. You're being flexible and open. And I think some of you have some money coming your way, but you're, no matter what your situation is, I think you are opening some doors for yourself to bring you in some prosperity, abundance. And some of you may have some surprises. The Six of Pentacles can sometimes bring about a very happy, a very pleasant surprise into your world. So let's see what else we've got here. We've got card number 17. Number 17 for you, I am independent. The quality of work you can produce when you're going at it alone is almost unbelievable. You are as independent as you are ambitious, capable of performing every step of the way with efficiency, focus, and skill. I am independent. It's all about believing in yourself. I can do it. I believe that I'm successful. I know my worth. I know my skill and abilities. I know my experience. And this is you really embracing this inner strength here and being confident, right? But also knowing that, it's a really great energy of self-worth, right? And, when we believe in ourselves, the world is our oyster. We have number 44, master number in some circles. Number 44 here, I am supported. Your angels are encouraging you to continue on your present life path with diligence and determination, and even greater success will come in the future. I am supported. Okay, so you're really being encouraged right about now, to don't give up hope, to make change if you need to make change, to keep moving forward. You're very much coming into alignment with something here, and whether it's just some inner knowledge there, or whether it's actually something really coming to fruition in your physical world, I think there's some very wonderful things that are happening. And so some of you may be forging a new life, and some of you, yes, you are getting exactly what you've been waiting for quite some time. So it's been very wonderful energy. I'm going to leave that there for you, Libra. I hope there was something here that resonated with you on some level. If there was, please like this video. It really does. It's free for you. It takes 1 second, and it really does help my channel get seen. It helps the videos get seen. And it's really hard right now in the last few months to get these out there. I don't know. They changed an algorithm a few months ago, and it's just been horrific. But anyway, so I appreciate that if you do that, but I really do hope you have a wonderful month ahead, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.